Located in Wisconsin, home to some of the country's best dirt track racing, lies one of America's most iconic road racing tracks. And it's home to the June Sprints, an SCCA centerpiece since 1956. Hundreds of racers flock to Road America each year to prove their worth behind the wheel.
I am a club racer. I race Spec Miata and STL in SCCA, and this weekend we're racing the Hoosier Super Tour at Road America at Elkhart Lake, one of my favorite races. This is the big show in terms of club racing. It attracts the deepest pool of talent. We're trying to test ourselves against our friends and earn the respect of our peers. I've been racing Mazdas since I started. I love racing Mazdas. What a great platform, easy to drive, very manageable, relatively inexpensive, even when you crash them, and I've crashed a bunch. The wonderful thing about racing is that I don't think anybody's driven the perfect lap. So you're refining your skill set, you're refining your approach, when to turn in, when to go to the throttle. You'd never have that perfect lap, so there's always a little bit more left. Very happy to be racing, love SCCA, and this is one of my favorite tracks. I enjoy coming here.
Formula V is based on the 1200 Volkswagen. It's been around since the 1960s. It's evolved over time quite a bit, but still based on the 1200 Volkswagen parts. You know, the engines are pretty much maxed out, so you don't really have an opportunity to have a lot more horsepower than someone else. So it comes down to car preparation and driver skill. And as Mario Andretti says, if you can race the Formula V and win, you can win at anything. Well, Road America is one of the best premier tracks in the country, without question. This race is the oldest race they've had here. Incredible history. To win here has always been, you know, a big deal. And the June Sprints, I think, is a great opportunity to come out and show what you can do in SCCA amateur racing. My son's here as well, so it's a great opportunity for us to run together.
My dad's been racing for over 40 years in SCCA Formula V. We're all just the crew in the car. Me and my dad are the two drivers, and everybody chips in to help out. You know, the top four, I think, we're all within a second this weekend so far, so it's very close.
Formula V and Spec Miata are limited in modifications, which means the driver is all important, as maintaining momentum and carrying speed is the name of the game.
Started off with raining all morning this morning, and of course the rain stopped as soon as the green flag was dropped. So it was drying conditions, but it was pretty wet in the first couple laps. It's my first sprint, and I'm happy to finish second. P2 is great for the first time at the Sprints, which is a great race and really a marquee race. So happy to do it and happy to have a good finish. I think the SCCA does a nice job with it. They really do support the races. They really encourage good competition, and that's the reason why we're here. So when you win, you feel like you've done something.
Super Tour is awesome, man. Peak of amateur racing out here. So we get a lot of good teams out here, a lot of semi-professional teams too that are running USF 2000 as well. So definitely top competition. And hoping to look to do a couple more this year.
At one point had a 6-second lead on the group of Miatas, which is something that never happens at Road America. To finish third here is still a treat, and in my mind, it was one of my better drives. You can see from my grin, as an old man participating with these young kids, you know, as long as it stays interesting and as long as I'm having a fun time, I'm going to keep on coming back. Spec Miata is the most wonderful class because it's sustainable racing. It's racing in slow motion, it's crashing in slow motion, and it's spending in slow motion. And if you keep on doing those things, you can keep on doing this year after year, and I'm living proof that you can keep on doing this later and later.
That puts a wrap on another Hoosier Super Tour stop and yet another June Sprints. Though many SCCA racers are beginning to set their sights on the National Championship runoffs, there is still one more race left in the Hoosier Super Tour Series at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca in Monterey, California, which means some of the best action is still to come. So stay tuned as we head into the season finale and prepare to give it all at the runoffs at VIR.